Bulaminaka. Thank you, Secretary General, for convening the Transforming Education Summit, our most significant global discussion on education in a generation. A decade ago, Fiji embarked on an education revolution through a series of sweeping policies and concerted investments to improve the access and quality of education in the country. We began with free education in 2013, which eliminated school fees for every student. When many families face financially driven decision making, it was boys who were often sent to school ahead of their sisters. We ended that injustice. We also began providing free textbooks and subsidizing travel to school for low-income students. We have since achieved universal access to primary education in Fiji for every child of every gender. Meanwhile, billions of dollars in new funding to higher education through loans and scholarships have opened opportunities in cutting-edge sectors like information technology, as well as in technical qualifications like brick and tile laying, which we view as no less critical to Fiji's future. Year on year, around 18% of Fiji's national budget goes directly towards education, every dollar of which invests in a more united, knowledgeable, prosperous, and sustainable Fiji. The dividends are paying off. The generation empowered by free education is now entering our workforce and helping to lead Fiji's double-digit economic growth out of the pandemic. Excellencies, the headwinds of the climate crisis are delaying every step of our journey, and at times have even driven us backwards. Free schooling simply doesn't matter if the school isn't standing. Free transportation does not matter if schools are inaccessible because the bridge or road to school is washed away. And during our decade-long education revolution, 16 cyclones have struck Fiji, the worst of which, Category 5 super cyclone Winston alone, damaged or destroyed 240 Fijian schools in 2016, over 30% of all schools in Fiji, and wiped out a third of Fiji's GDP in 36 hours. We committed to rebuilding every school to withstand the realities of a warmer and more dangerous world, having redesigned each structure to be cyclone resistant, of course. We rely on the actions of industrialized societies to avert unadaptable impacts beyond 1.5 degrees of warming. But our students aren't content to wait this crisis out from the sidelines. They seek a part in shaping the solutions. They want to contribute to the science that supports sound decision making. They want to lead in delivering effective measures in adaptation and emission slashing practices. And so should they. Because why shouldn't the next generation of scientists, policymakers, oceanographers, and explorers come from the front line of the crisis they are committed to solve? We have heard the ambition of this new generation, and we are responding. The Fijian government is committed to revising its learning programs, bringing new resources to bear to develop an expanded range of programs that build skills and competencies suited to a modern economy. We are committed to a safe learning environment for every child through continued efforts to build climate resilience, zero tolerance to discrimination and violence, increasing resources to support vulnerable children who may face violence at home or in their communities. We commit to attracting and retaining top talent into teaching and supporting women into STEM fields of teaching and taking a quantum leap in the digitalization of education. For a country where learning is spread across 100 islands, from schools that serve a few dozen children to others that serve thousands, digitalization provides a crucial framework for bridging the divide between urban and rural and maritime schools and communities. And we are committed to improving the quality and timelines of data to measure progress and assess the effectiveness of this national effort. Most importantly, we commit to deepening the partnerships that make this all possible. Partnerships with teachers, with institutions, think tanks, private sector, and governments. This is what brings us together today. What our students ask of the world is support and access to the knowledge, the skills, and opportunities that will define success in this century. In support of these efforts, we seek a cohesive support from the United Nations system, deeper and broader engagement with our development partners, and faster and greater access to concessional finance. Children did not cause the climate crisis, least of all those in small island states. They should not be asked to foot the bills of selfish generations in faraway lands. An equitable education transformation will acknowledge that injustice and act to right it. Excellencies, during our recent consultations across Fiji leading to the summit, we heard from one of our students that this Fiji is our Fiji. Let us become the change that we want to see. My friends, that change is underway, and it is here to stay. And as our people work together across islands, cultures, and generations to build a more knowledge-based society, today we ask the world to join us in that journey forward and help us realize our commitment to leave no Fijian child behind. I thank you.